Hello, my name is Andrea Toc. I'm the M&E officer at Women's Justice Initiative. Since 2011, WEI has worked in a single municipality in rural Guatemala to improve the lives of Indigenous women and girls through education, access to legal services, and gender-based violence prevention. In 2019, WEI launched an expansion into a second municipality, Tecpan. In Tecpan, violence against women and girls is considered normal and acceptable. Indigenous women in rural communities in particular face tremendous barriers to accessing justice. Many survivors of violence are unable to leave their homes or their communities to seek services, and those who can afford to travel to cities often face discrimination and linguistic barriers. Since the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, intimate partner violence has increased significantly, and it has become even harder for rural women to report violence, since many do not have access to cell phones or the internet. To improve access to justice for rural Maya women in Tecpan, we implemented an adapted version of WEI's legal empowerment methodology that focused on building the capacity of the justice system, strengthening democratic governance, and training a sustainable cohort of Indigenous women leaders. We provided legal literacy workshops to teach women about their rights and to build their skills to exercise their rights. After completing this program, dozens of women came to our office to seek legal services for the first time in their lives. In order to reach the most isolated and vulnerable women, we also provided mobile legal outreach in rural communities and offer all services in the local Indigenous language. We trained 26 local Maya women to become community advocates who are instrumental in helping women in their communities access legal services. Finally, we trained police officers, municipal service providers, and traditional community leaders to improve their ability to respond to cases of violence against women and girls. We help them create prevention and response protocols that will remain in place after the project ends. To make sure that women could continue to access our services during the COVID-19 lockdown, we created a domestic violence hotline and began advertising it on the radio. Now we are back to providing trainings and services in person, although our hotline remains open and accessible for those who need it. As we plan for future programming, we have already begun to incorporate new technologies and plans for remote services in order to continue adapting to the COVID context. This program has seen transformative results. Maya women are learning about their rights. They are accessing legal services, both for cases of violence and to help support their economic security through child support, land titling, and other civil cases. The leaders and police in their communities are learning how to support survivors of violence, and community attitudes that condone violence against women are beginning to change. Our programs are effective because they are community-based, culturally relevant, and holistic. They are developed by and for Maya women. They address the root cause of intimate partner violence, and they are accessible to the most marginalized. As WEI looks to the future, we see a massive need for our services across rural Guatemala. We are already planning to scale our proven methodology into more communities and municipalities until we are able to guarantee that every Maya woman is able to access justice and to exercise her right to live free from violence. Thanks for watching.